shadows they wander along, old ruins where fears have grown, eyes that watch from ancient stone, whispers chill right to the bone. Gothic castles rise in the night, and ghostly figures glide out of sight, wolf howling under pale moonlight. Darkness creeps and grabs too tight. You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt. Fog curling through cobblestone streets, footsteps echoing heartbeats. Vampires hunt their nightly feast, lurking monsters are released. Silent scream in a sepia dream, melancholy miles downstream. No one's safe, or so it seems. Worlds unravel at the seams. You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt. Fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt.
All right, man.
Hey, and we're back. We're back.
Yeah, man. This is EuroCrypt episode 7, I believe.
Yeah, sounds good to me. 7. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna be covering some lowbrow Fulci, man. This is not his best.
Some very fucking lo-fi Fulci. But all of them are like interesting in their ways. So I was talking to Kenneth on Facebook earlier, and I'm not going to come on and shit all over these films. Some of the scenes maybe, but no, be warned, they're not the best by a long way.
No, man, but I mean, they had potential, and I actually kind of like Cat in the Brain for what it is. We'll get into it though.
There's one that I kind of like a little bit more this time round. And the other two kind of in the middle, but yeah, we'll get into that as it comes.
But yeah, man, hyped to be here. I mean, shit, man, it's been a damn crazy week, and these damn movies, man, holy shit, they inspired me to do some shit this week. So
yeah, they're kind of forgettable in their ways as well, all three, but.
Well, some of the scenes are very memorable, I would say. Some
ones you've got definitely, the clips you've got coming up.
Right.
So yeah, definitely memorable. But it's just the other 80 minutes of the film, just not so much. But
right,
yeah.
But you got to understand, Fulci didn't I think Manhattan Baby's the last film. That's the one we're going to start with, 1982. Manhattan Baby. The working title was called The Evil Eye, right?
Yeah, how did they kind of try to get away with that?
I don't know, man. Because
Mario Bava film.
I guess because it was Italy. That was the American title, though. So
right,
that's how they would get away with that, right? And then
crazy.
But Eye of the Evil Dead, which is the poster I put on the thumbnail,
that's the one I liked the most. I think that was trying to The Evil Dead had come out not long before in America,
right?
That was trying to kind of go with that.
Trying to get that money, man. I gotta get that money, man. Shit.
And you've got The Exorcism in Manhattan Baby as well. Is one of the titles.
there's some rip-off shit going on. I mean,
it was called Possessed in the UK on VHS, and I remember that vividly. That cover of the girl on the front.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see this shit till way later, man. I don't know. So, but
this was one I'd seen a long time ago, and I never gone back to it. But I always remembered the music, and I love the theme music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just never got around, never wanted, to go back to it. But I'm glad I've seen it again. It's not going to be in my top 20 Fulci, but
yeah,
it's definitely glad I've seen it.
But yeah, man, I'm glad everybody's here is tuning in. Either you're here now live or in the future, whatever. But I know we got quite a few people in here. I'm gonna see who's in the chat right quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Ultraviolent Hippie. The EuroCrypt theme sounds like doom metal to me. Reminds me of a pagan altar. Yeah.
What's up, man? Yeah, I love that.
On, man?
That song, yeah.
We got Sean, Cinephile Sanity TV, man.
What's up, man? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he recently got his channel taken down, man. So if y'all go check his stuff out, see what's up, and sub up to him, man.
Yeah, definitely.
What's going on, Sean, man? Got Adrian James in here. Hey fellas, how's it going? Yeah, man.
Good, man. Yeah, thanks.
He said that song's badass. I appreciate it, man. That's all CK, man. CK hooked that up, so I can't take props for that.
No, he wrote the lyrics and everything. CK,
yeah, man, he was
crazy.
He found the chick to sing that shit and everything.
Yeah, copyrighted by Dead Pit. So
yeah. Ultraviolent says this will be an interesting chat. All three of these are divisive movies in Fulci's filmography. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting when me and Dirk talking about these. Definitely.
Right. We got Texas in here. He says hello to the panel of pain. What's happening, man?
What's up, Tex, man?
Yeah, Tex got quite a bit going on his channel too, man. If y'all get a chance, check him out.
Yeah, go over, sub, and all that good stuff.
Hell yeah. Got my beautiful woman, Tasha, looking sharp tonight. Ah, shit. Speaking of, I gotta put this company over, man. So I like most of the damn shirts I buy is gonna be like hard t-shirts and shit. If I'm not doing that, it's gonna be my damn painter's whites. That's it. That's all. So, but anyway, I got to put this company over because I appreciate what they're doing. It's like part of the proceeds from what they make. I can't remember the percentage, but they're big on like trying to help suicide prevention and people with addiction. But I love the name of the company. It's called Demons Behind Me, and So Is the Past. That's the name of the brand. And
nice.
But yeah, I kind of dig them. It's over here. See, I got the demon behind me on the shoulder. So anyway, just had to give them a shout out. They sent me this damn wristband or whatever. Came with the shit, with the shirt. But I got
definitely support that website.
I can get behind something like that. But anyway, it was just a quick shout out, man. They're not giving me shit either. I'm just doing that because I thought they were cool for what they're doing. So, but yeah, let's see. We got. I don't want to skip nobody. Vanderhoff's in here. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's see. I refuse to call Manhattan Baby anything but but Eye of the Evil Dead. In my opinion, it's a good and more fitting title. Manhattan Baby sounds like the name of a song that Michigan J. Frog would sing.
Yeah. Definitely the best title.
Sean, no problem, man. Let's see. I've never seen these. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I got some clips, man. So, just beware, y'all. If I don't think it'll spoil the films.
No, not. So not the context of any of these 3 films will be spoiled by clips. There's no way. And they're Fulci, man. Even though they're bad, like Fulci, they're still Fulci and still worth watching.
Yeah.
In any capacity.
He don't have his like. So Manhattan Babies, 1982. It's like right after New York Ripper, right?
Yeah.
And he loses his producer after that film. So Fabrizio De Angelis, right?
Right. Yeah.
He don't do another film with Fulci, and then like he starts losing his whole team. So the films kind of go down in quality, like quite a bit.
I think the last good one I like from Fulci is probably Murder Rock, and that came out in '84. But there's some ones that are kind of decent, like because he did Enigma, I think in '87. That was kind of a
that's pretty rough one
off.
too.
I
got a soft spot for Fulci though. I give him a pass on some shit. You know,
it's very similar to Phenomena, put it that way. I think it was kind of you know, that's what he was going for. I kind of dig it, but that's
got Justin Marino in here. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's see. Trying to make sure I caught everybody. Let's see. Vanderhoff says, I've seen a lot of Fulci. You just not these three. Okay.
Cool. But hopefully we change your mind and get you into watching these.
He says, I love the New York Ripper. Yeah. New York Ripper is definitely in my top, probably my top 5 for sure.
That'd be tough to say your top Fulci 5, actually.
Justin Marino says it's like things went to shit after Ripper. For sure. Like the quality went down. Like, you know, it's not necessarily all on Fulci either. But
no, the budget's got smaller as well.
Yeah, like Manhattan Baby, for instance, since we're getting into it. I mean, it started off like he had a pretty good sized budget, and then it ended up being like they only got a quarter of the budget to make the film.
Yeah.
So 75% of the fucking money went to, I don't know what happened. You know more about that or no?
Not so much the money part, but like it's got an interesting production. Because it was announced as forthcoming for the first time on the 31st of March 1982, and it was kind of in advance of the Cannes Film Festival where they sell all the films.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was actually called The Evil Eye. So the film had started by this point, and it was called The Evil Eye. Shooting started on the 15th of March 82. By May 1982, they changed the title to Manhattan Baby for the English language kind of territories. I don't know why they did that, but I guess you can call it The Evil Eye.
I mean, when I hear Manhattan Baby, you know what I think of? I think of like the fucking Muppets or something. You know,
it's the
Muppets Take Manhattan or some weird shit. Like that's what goes through my mind. I don't know.
Why? Like, obviously, it's Manhattan because of where it's based. But the baby thing with if you see the original cut or one of the
I'll put you on big screen. Hold on, check it out.
You see if I can not get the glare.
I don't know what happened there.
I got a bit of a glare because of the light, but
okay,
you can tell that this is old.
I don't know why the screen's doing that, but it's cool.
Oh, it's okay. It's cool.
Yeah,
but I always like the cover art, like I mentioned earlier, the VHS Possessed in the UK has got a great vision of the girl on the front cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go into it. It's definitely an interesting film. Some of the, so you got the music by Fabio Frizzi, absolutely fantastic. I think this is one of his best underrated scores.
Well, he's pulling from other films too, though, right? Like he's pulling from his other shit. Like there's some new stuff, but
there is,
But the new material, man. I was telling you like backstage, I was like, to me, I like it a lot, and I can't play none of it, like for no copyright bullshit. But
right, yeah.
So I did. It's pretty heavy in one of the scenes, so I took the damn track out like all the way, but like you can still hear other shit going on. But yeah, it's. I don't know, man. It sounds like somebody's getting ready. It sounds like an adventure type movie or some shit. It's weird to me.
Because you told me like off screen about that. I get where you're coming from. Definitely, it's got a really weird feel to it, but I don't think it's ever been out on like soundtrack LP or anything. Because I remember Troy Howarth talking about it. I would buy it in a heartbeat if it come out on like soundtrack. I think I love it that much. But the theme is not used too many times because it's a lot of rehashing of other films' music in there as well.
Yeah, the Beyond and
City of Living Dead, I think.
City of Living Dead's in there.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe House by the Cemetery too.
I think it is. Yeah. Clips of it. Yeah.
I don't think Zombies in there though. Like
no.
It's more like the ghostly kind of shit.
Yeah. I'd recognize Zombie instantly.
Right.
But written by Elisa Briganti, Dardano Sacchetti, and when I seen their names on this film as writers, I was kind of like got my hopes up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the fucking film don't make a lick of sense. The writing is horrendous, I think.
Yeah, I was reading about that. Sacchetti and his wife, Elisa Briganti, they like what they had wrote, most of it never even hit the screen. So
right, okay.
And Sacchetti, I was reading what he was saying. He said, I was trying something new to go another direction for horror. It was an attempt to disconnect from the traditional style, more technological. Most of Sacchetti and Briganti's work didn't hit the screen. So
that definitely makes sense then. Because
right.
the film doesn't. I know that for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking a mismatch of shit going on. But it's entertaining. Here, I'll play a clip.
Yeah.
I'll play a clip right quick. So I go ahead and before I play the clip, I'll just go ahead and I'm kind of all over the place, y'all. Sorry, forgive me.
That's okay. But no worries, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and read the synopsis right quick that I wrote. An archaeologist, Professor Curious George Hacker, discovers an ancient Egyptian crypt. Ignoring the warning of the locals, he decides to dig deeper into this crypt of pure evil. In the process, he becomes blinded by a blue light from what looks to be an evil eye etched in stone. His daughter is approached by a blind woman who gives her a talisman that looks like shitty costume jewelry, and shit gets weird afterwards. So hopefully that's good enough.
Yeah, there's scorpions, there's snakes, there's everything you want in this film.
It's wild. But here we go, man. I'm gonna play a little something. Here we go.
Tombs are for the dead.
Yeah. So the costume jewelry is, fucking the evil eye, and it's gonna, I don't know. What you tell me what the fuck's going on here.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory that clip actually. So early on we've got like we're in Egypt, so they're definitely going for The Exorcist to start The Exorcist.
Yeah.
And to compare this to The Exorcist makes no fucking sense because they're miles and miles.
They're trying to bank on it.
But so we got the initial setups in Egypt. You got this archaeologist, George. He gets this scorpion for his daughter Susie.
They're for good luck, he says, right?
For good luck, and it's a symbol of death. So
yeah,
I don't know what's going on there. But then Susie does get that amulet, like you see there, off the blind woman. And she says, tombs of the dead, I think she says as well. But yeah, then
she said the tombs are for the dead. So like
tombs are for the dead, yeah.
They should have never fucking went down there.
Right, yeah. It's a warning.
But it's too late, really.
Yeah, and as you would expect, all kinds of weird shit goes on there because she's got this amulet. I think there's a bit of an influence with Poltergeist. I'm pretty sure Poltergeist came out a little bit before this film.
I was thinking the same shit, dude. But like,
yeah.
But I was seeing like House by the Cemetery vibes too, because like with the children, like that same fucking theme, and it's Fulci. He can do that shit if he wants.
Yeah. And the Beyond. I think that there's a lot of the Beyond in this as well. The blind woman.
Yeah, for sure. Like, but with the children theme, there's themes from his different films and shit. But that children theme, man, he hits that one quite a bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like the children are fucking monsters kind of shit, you know.
And going into the cast as well, so you got Giovanni Fraser, who plays Bob in Haste by the Cemetery. And weirdly, he gets on my nerves more in this one than Haste. I kind of like him in Haste by the Cemetery, believe it or not. But this one, like early on, there's a scene where he calls his sister, and she's about 11 or 12, and he calls her a lesbian. And this just comes from nowhere. But you have got like a decent cast in this. I will say Christopher Connolly, who plays Professor George Hacker, is awful. There's no kind of... He's just like a really bad TV actor. I was reading in the day.
He was
in all sorts of TV shit, wasn't he? In America.
Yeah, I got some of his shit down here. That's Chris Connolly, right?
Yeah.
He was in the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, like Gunsmoke, that fucking movie Benji from 1974.
Oh shit! Yeah,
remember that shit?
Yeah.
He was in a soap opera that I don't fucking know what the hell it is. I wrote it down anyway. Peyton Place. You ever heard of that shit?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
He did 5 seasons of that, so I don't know. But yeah, you're pretty accurate.
Just a very seasoned like TV actor.
He don't do too bad in this. I mean, you think he is?
Oh yeah, he's just bland. He's just really bland. The lead as well, Laura Lenzi. I don't think she's related to Umberto, is she in any way? But she plays Emily Hacker, and she's another leading lady who's just boring to me.
She's credited as Martha Taylor.
Okay, yeah. But she's done nothing of note that I
saw just a bunch of Italian TV that she did, and Luigi Cozzi's The Adventures of Hercules, 1985, with fucking Lou Ferrigno, man.
Oh God, classic. Absolutely. I am only joking, but
hey man, I was like a big fucking Incredible Hulk fan, man, back in the day.
Oh, and me
with Lou Ferrigno and shit.
Yeah. I watched the TV series all the time, man.
Yeah,
I even had the action figures and shit.
Right.
I would like to have seen. So you got Zinzia De Ponte, who plays Jamie Lee, right? And that's obviously a nod to Halloween because she's like the babysitter type au pair. I would like to have seen her in the Emily Hacker role. I think she would have been better.
I think so. She's
got more about her, I think.
Yeah, you know? Like you're getting on to her. She that's Cynthia De Ponte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was so I didn't have a whole lot for her, but she's like the people, if people don't know who we're talking about, she's the fairy victim in New York Ripper. Gets her vag and stomach ripped, you know.
She rides a bicycle through New York, and then she kind of graffitis the cat and she gets killed.
She was in a lot of sexy commedia all Italiana.
That don't surprise me because she's a stunning actress. Yeah, she's in Private Crimes.
Somebody's gonna be cussing me out in a minute, man. They were fucking.
Can you remember her in Private Crimes at all? Because I
don't remember her in Private Crimes, no. But I know she did a bunch of sex comedies, is what I was saying. Like, so.
Yeah. Which she's a good-looking girl. You can tell why.
She did Lamberto Bava's, which I haven't seen, Monster Shark. Have you seen that shit?
I've not seen that one though. That's another classic that's eluded me.
Yeah, I bet that's a fucking masterpiece.
We gotta do that at some point.
Yeah, we have to do that with tentacles and something else.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know, maybe the Mario Bava Kaltiki, the Immortal Monster or some shit.
Yeah. Do like a monster show. Yeah, for sure. You got Carlo DiMaggio, who plays Luke, and he'll be well known to a lot of people. I know you've got a clip of him as well, but
I got a little clip, man. It's not long at all, but here it goes.
You're somewhat annoyed.
Yeah. So he's instantly recognizable because of Haste by the Cemetery, The Other Hell, City of Living Dead, Contamination, The Dead Are Alive. So he's like, you know, a big star of that time. And of course, you've got Lucio Fulci plays the Doctor Forrester in this as well.
He did a movie called well, did you mention Contamination?
Yeah, the one with
Luigi Cozzi.
Luigi Cozzi, yeah, it's like an Alien ripoff. So
And then he was also in Terror Express, 1980.
That's one I've always wanted to see, but never got around to.
But man, he spoke big. He spoke real highly of Fulci, man. He said that he understood that a lot of people didn't get along with Fulci, but he said that Fulci's wit and his humor, that he got it, and a lot of people didn't get his humor, like that. They took it as an insult a lot of times. But I'm sure he was probably that way too, though. You know, like so.
I was gonna say there's one actor in one of the films that's to come that completely said that he heard a lot of bad things about Fulci, and he said every single one of them is true. He said all he would do is fucking yell on set at people, but he done it in such a way. It wasn't like an imposing yell.
Yeah,
it was more of like humor involved in it. It was kind of weird, he said, but yeah, he said he's a complete asshole to everyone, pretty much everyone, unless there's that. He got his favorites, haven't he? Like Catriona McCall, David Warbeck. They were kind of his favorites.
Somebody we're going to talk about later. You know,
to me, I think he's a really good actor. Yeah, we'll come into that later.
But I mean, he was him and Fulci got along real well. Like they were.
Kind of Brett Halsey's like a little bit out of place in a Fulci film for me. But
the Devil's Honey, you know, I don't know.
Oh man, that's
he's not out of place in that one. I don't think. I still need to see Touch of Death too. So.
Oh, do you really? No, I man. I'll honestly say Touch of Death now, as I'm sat here now, even with these 3 films, I think Touch of Death is his worst that I've seen.
Okay. I still need to see it.
It's been a while, mine. So yeah,
we can do a show like we need to do a show like that one time, like compare Fulci's worst to Argento's worst. Let's see who's going to win.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Touch of Death again because it was like a one-time thing. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, and we'll do one stream where we completely shit over. Maybe we'll pick 3 films and we'll just completely fucking shit on them.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like we say with this one, a lot of weird shit starts to happen, doesn't it?
Well, you can't leave out Fulci. He's Dr. Forrester in this.
He is, yeah. Absolutely.
We don't need to tell you what he's been in. He's been in almost every fucking movie, right? I don't know if he's in Zombie 3. I doubt that. But.
He's pretty good actor as well, I thought.
Yeah.
Considering, yeah.
Sure.
No, he was ill on Zombie 3, wasn't he? So that's why he didn't do that, I don't think.
Let's see. So I had I think I got a quote from Fulci about leaving Fabrizio De Angelis with just for Manhattan Baby being his last film. So he said, Manhattan Baby marked the end of the contract with my first-rate producer, De Angelis, and I had no choice but to make the film because he was obsessed with it. I think it's a terrible movie. I'd venture to describe it as one of those setbacks that occur as you go along.
I don't think it's as bad as that.
So he didn't fucking like it at all.
No. I didn't like it the first time I saw it, but going back to it this time, I liked it a little bit more, but it's not great.
But he was, I think he was, I mean, I don't know, man, but like, it sounds to me like he was like really not feeling like doing this one. And the producer was like, no, we got to do it. You got to, like.
Well, there's an interesting, like, Cat in the Brain kind of started like that as well. There's an interesting story to that one. Right. What do you think? Because I actually think the young girl, Brigata Boccoli, or whatever her name is, I think she does a good job. I think she's one of the strong points of the film. But the rest of the cast, I don't know. It needs a big name, but it just hasn't got a big name.
Yeah. Let me catch the chat right fast. Justin Marino saying Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy in this one.
Yeah, Giovanni Frezza, right?
Yeah.
And So what's interesting about him, man? Did you know that he went on to be a fucking martial artist and a fucking
No.
He went on to be a martial artist and a professional diver, and
professional
and then
diver.
yeah, and he fucking also come out with some kind of products, like his own product. I don't know. I guess he was selling shit or something. But I was just like, what the hell? I couldn't picture Bob fucking whooping people's ass. Could you?
Well, he does actually whip some ass at the end of Demons, doesn't he? When he's on the back of the truck and he starts. I think he's shooting at zombies. But no, that's interesting because the guy did actually come over to the US and he did like convention scenes about 10 years ago. And there's a lot of footage on some of these releases.
I mean, the films he's been in, he hadn't been in many if you look at his filmography.
No, not at all.
But he was, I mean, the ones he was in, though, like, so A Leap in the Dark, 1980. Have you seen that one? I'm curious. I'm interested in that.
No. I thought he was going to say A Blade in the Dark then, but no.
A Leap in the Dark, House by the Cemetery, A Blade in the Dark. He did a Enzo Castellari. I think that's Warriors of the Wasteland in 83.
Okay.
And Demons in 85. But
I like his cameo in Demons.
And he was in Uncle Bill's favorite, the New Barbarians.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or maybe I'm maybe that's not the same film.
I'm not sure. I've never seen that one. I've never seen that one.
Okay.
But in terms of the actual plot to this, I know we said, up until like she gets this amulet from the blind woman, but you've got her father. He kind of ends up going blind because he's trying to find this, he ends up finding this big stone, doesn't he? This like possessed stone or whatever.
It's like on the wall, though. It's like the evil eye of Horus is what it looks like to me. Like in Egypt,
Right, yeah, like an Iron Maiden song, like
like
the Ancient
Evil
Mariner.
Eye of Horus
But he ends up going blind early on, and strangely enough, they say he's going to be like for about a year. But he gets in the next couple of scenes, like he gets his eyesight back straight away.
Yeah, he gets the fucking laser shot back in his fucking eyes.
Like that, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I started rolling my fucking eyes at that point.
Yeah.
So some of it is outrageous. Some of the plot to this.
We got hold on. Let me get back. Sorry, man. Red says, I doubt I'm familiar with Fulci films. I saw House by the Cemetery once. Oh shit, man.
Oh
yeah.
I hope you like that one.
It's up to what you like, though. I ain't gonna say, well, but it's definitely for me. Fulci shit's for me. I can watch even the bad ones, but it's not for everybody.
Oh yeah. All these are entertaining in a bad way.
Texas says, "Damn it, Bob." Let's see. Got Caveman in here. Hey there, everyone. Please hit the like button for these two gangsters. Appreciate you, man.
What's up, man? Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. DePonte still looks great. Yeah. Sure.
Oh man. Yeah, she's really nice.
Hulk, smash the like and subscribe if Bill Bixby was your favorite Bruce Banner. Hell yeah. Damn right, man. I ain't no other Bruce Banner. But let's see. 13 watching. Okay. Let's see. Fulci was a demanding director. Yeah, man. And
really
all the great directors were. Nowadays they just they call it toxic masculinity. But I call bullshit on that. But I don't know.
I think Fulci was misunderstood. I really do. I think the guy had such a we've mentioned it in past streams, like such a high intelligence because he was into art all he'd do is read and he was so well versed in everything he did, and he expected everyone to be like that, and they weren't. So he was kind of disappointed with certain people, but
I think he just didn't have no patience. He didn't have no patience.
And the guy was kind of a doom figure anyway, wasn't it? With all the stuff that went on with his wife, losing his wife, and he had gambling issues, he had health issues right up until the end, which is shocking.
When his wife committed suicide, that was that's when things went crazy for him. He went into severe depression, and Let's see. Bucky says, "This isn't Uncle Bill." Okay.
It certainly isn't, man.
Let's see. The opening scenes that take place in Egypt are pretty damn good. Yeah, I think so too, man.
It does. It sets the film up well. Yeah.
You still see Fulci's like the way he frames the shots and the way he sets everything up.
Oh, look, if this wasn't a Fulci film, we'd probably be talking even like a bit more higher regard. But because it's Fulci, you expect so much that it kind of just, after that opening kind of scene in Egypt, it just goes completely like the plot just doesn't make any sense all the way through. And I know I like said that, but man, it's kind of hard to follow.
I was trying to connect it to the other films like Beyond and Black Cat and fucking Gates of Hell and Zombie
it's
2
definitely got it's definitely got like a Beyond kind of feel. Certainly like Demonia as well for me.
Yeah, it's like a parallel universe to the Beyond or some shit. You know?
Yeah.
All right, let me. I'm gonna go ahead and play another clip, man.
Yeah.
So we got a clip of Bob. We got another one. Well, he's not Bob in this one. He's Tommy.
No, he's
Tommy.
Yeah.
So, and he's like a little smart ass too, ain't he? He's like got the Rubik's Cube and shit, and like
he got on my nerves, man.
He's going like talking about voyages and shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Tommy, honest, I didn't mean to frighten you like that.
It's just the way he says that at the end.
Well, it's a dub, man. You can't blame it on him. It's the dub.
It's that scene reminds me actually from Nightmares and the Damaged Brain.
It does.
When the boy with the mask. I wonder if that's
Nightmare came out in 81, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I'd have been in the zeitgeist at the time as well.
I'll play another clip, man. Because we're
go on.
I don't know how much further we're gonna go on this one.
I mean, we could mention a few scenes and that if you want. Like.
But I got to show the stuffed birds scene.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Can take my life with stuffed birds, but you shall not have my immortal soul at Luminor.
What the fuck, man? It's like who actually give the go ahead to say that was good. I don't know. It's hokey as hell, but I still love it.
Yeah, man, I dig it.
You can see the fucking strings as well.
You can see everything.
Everything.
Like I said, you get 75% of your shit taken from you too, right? Like, you know.
Right. Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's Fulci though, you know. It's like the spiders in it, and the Beyond and whatever. It kind of adds the charm to it, I think. But yeah, all sorts of shit goes down, and they end up going back to Manhattan, New York, obviously because of the title of the film. It's definitely got that kind of poltergeist vibe as well. There's all different kind of things mixed in. Yeah. I'm just looking now some more of the better scenes, but I don't want to give everything away in this one. I don't think.
Right. Justin Marino says his gialli and westerns are great. Sadly, he only did one Poliziotteschi. Yeah, and
Contraband. Yeah,
Contraband's fucking 10 out of 10 film. And speaking of which, here I got a little something for that too. You know, if I don't know if anybody, which try to be a little quicker. Yeah, there we go.
He did do a cameo, yeah.
But
But
yeah, man, his westerns are really good. I liked For the Apocalypse and what's that other one that I with
Massacre Time.
What is it?
Massacre Time, is it?
Massacre Time. Yeah, it's fucking. That's a fun one, man. It's really fun.
I've not seen that one.
It's got the what's his damn name? He's in some Edwidge films with her.
Hilton, George Hilton.
Yep, George Hilton.
Yeah.
That's his first film, I believe. In Massacre.
He did a lot of westerns, Hilton. Yeah.
That's his first film though. 1969, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
K-Man says, "Oh shit, wife committed suicide. That would definitely fuck a fucking person up." Yeah, definitely, man. Let's see. Never seen the original Poltergeist. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, it don't hit the same, man. Like when I was growing up, it was way different.
It's a PG, and it's
yeah.
I was scared of it as a child, but now.
But I mean, that's when TVs went off and the TV fucking went fuzzy and shit. You know.
Yeah.
It had a little different vibe to it.
You had the national anthem at the end of the night played.
He's saying, "I love Contraband." Hell yeah, man. Is that Uncle Bill's brother?
I don't know which one he's referring to, but no.
Yeah, that's his brother in the UK now. Well, yeah, he's a brother, but he's brother from another mother. So
I haven't got the same Kentucky accent.
Right. Let's see. But yeah, glad everybody's here, man. If y'all liking this, man, hit the like button, sub up at the Dead Pit as well, and we're doing a multi-stream on Subjective Perspective Collective and Dead Pit. So I appreciate everybody that's here.
Yeah, definitely go over and all that good stuff. But I there's one scene I want to mention to you. So towards the end,
we got the wild guys in here, though. He says,
"Oh, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Appreciate it." He says these guys do great work here. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of. I got it. Sorry, man.
That's all right. I was going to mention the end scene where, again, we're not going to give too much away, but you've got the girl in the hospital, and it's almost exactly like it's really much like New York Ripper in some regards. It's kind of like he's got different scenes from his films and kind of put them in here. I don't know whether that's to do with the writing or what, but it's got that vibe to it at the end. And you've got Mercado, the guy who got killed by the birds. Apparently, that's the name of the devil in Rosemary's Baby.
Right.
That's where they got the idea for that. And I actually love. I don't know how much we can say about the ending, but I actually love the ending to this. When it kind of, all I will say, it kind of goes kind of in a 180 direction and ends up back to how it was at the beginning.
Just does a loop, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really well done. I really dug that. It was part of the film I really liked. Kind of the opening and the ending are the best two parts. I know Stephen Thrower kind of shits over most of these films in his book, which is kind of funny.
But yeah, man, I'm caught up on my end.
I'm just looking there if I got anything else, but I know he said the Fulci. So Variety done a review of this film, and they said at the time that Fulci was hampered with a rotten screenplay, which cribs interesting elements for all of his other films, which I basically just mentioned, but it fails to like resolve them, all the kind of issues that's going on from the film. But yeah, like I say about that scene toward the end there with the New York Ripper, it's definitely a nod and a wink to the script.
Yeah, you get a good skyline shot of New York.
Yeah.
And you can see the Twin Towers in that shot as well, and it's kind of crazy every time I see that in the film. But
yes. So you've got the scenes that contain the scorpions and the snakes and all. I thought, like Stephen Thrower said, it's got kind of a H.P. Lovecraft vibe to it. Some parts of this,
I can see that. Yeah.
I agree with that totally.
I like the crypt scene too, man. When they fall through the floor, and then at the very beginning, and the one dude, he's game as hell. All the other locals are like, "No, don't go in there." Of course, Mr. Curious George Hacker, he's got to take his ass down there.
But yeah, I love the scene as well. With so like I think for me, like I said, the opening scene, the end scene is great, but there's so many good stuff in between. But it's kind of like a 90-minute film with like 70 minutes of shit really in between certain scenes.
I think the one scene though, the scene where the little girl, is it Susie? That's her name?
Susie, yeah.
Yeah, she says, this is after she's done got the amulet. You can tell it's like something ain't right with her. And she's talking about she's like, it's going to be thundering and lightning and shit later. And
I do like that scene.
And Jamie Lee, is like, oh no, you're going to be fine. And then that shit happens. Soon as, it's like she can predict the future and shit, the weather. And that's a cool scene though. Like the way everything looks in the house.
It is.
The translucent curtains and shit blowing, and you're just going through there. That's really
there's tons of atmosphere. Like
it's great. Yeah.
But I think like Stephen Thrower also said a good thing as well. He said this is a type of film that you can't watch once. You need to watch it 2 or 3 times to really appreciate it.
We got Alfa Romero in there. He says, Fulci, lowbrow? No way.
Oh, well, I'd be interested to see what Romero thinks of these 3 films if he's seen them all. Because, like I said earlier, there's no way we're going to shit on them because there's good stuff in all of them. There's a lot of bad stuff in all of them as well. But yeah, that's about it. I haven't got
shit on
too much.
Yeah, Fulci shit on all over.
The reviews were awful for this as well.
But see, let's see. All right. Let's see. Justin Marino says, what's your rating on this one?
Right, that's interesting. You go
so,
first.
Yeah, Manhattan Baby, man. I'll probably give it a 5.5 out of 10. That's what it gets.
Okay. Yeah. For me, it was when I first saw it years ago, it was like a 5, but it did go up a point. Okay. It's definitely by no means like a really bad one.
Right.
It's just more kind of entertaining more than anything else in a bad way, and like a good bad way. But yeah, it's the best one. I'm gonna spoiler, but it's the best one of tonight's films, I think. But that's not to say the other 2 are going to be just as interesting, I think, to talk about. Right. Justin gives it a 5 as well in the chat.
Let's see.
It's about right. It's about right.
Okay. Give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Kenneth does as well. Ultraviolet hippie.
My opinion on The Evil Dead is okay, but watchable. It's a very slow burn, maybe even boring at times. Okay, 5 out of 10. Yeah, that's basically where it sits, and a lot of people probably give it a fucking 2, But
that for me, that soundtrack puts it up a point.
Yeah.
I could listen to that soundtrack all day long.
I do like the music. It just don't. To me, it's like it just don't fit. To me, it don't. But I don't know.
Right. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah.
While Wrangler's in here, he says, watching Pet Cemetery 89. Okay, cool.
Hey,
man.
What's up, man?
Yeah. All right. All right, man. Well, shit, we're going to get into some, we're getting into the good shit now. Fucking masterpiece.
Oh, God, completely.
Demonia, man. And the working title was Liza.
Yeah,
Liza.
There was a few. Yeah,
Liza or Liza?
Liza, I think, after the main character.
And if you think about that alone, that's the character of Catcher Out of McCall and The Beyond.
This has got a lot of Beyond fucking references, which we are going to mention, including music, everything.
This has a lot from The Beyond. It has shit from The Psychic.
Yeah.
It has shit from House. No. It doesn't have anything from House.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I don't definitely the psychic and the beyond for sure, no doubt.
It was
about
called "No Evil Deed Goes Undone" in the USA as well as an alternative DVD title.
it. Okay,
yeah, which was interesting.
which I thought's crazy because Fulci don't have his regular team anymore on this one. This is 1990 Demonia. He's got Piero Regnoli, and this is like an old school writer. The dude helped. He co-wrote I Vampiri with Mario Bava.
Yeah.
In 1957. I mean, like Cry the Prostitute in 1974. Nightmare City, Burial Ground, and UB's favorite, Dracula 3D.
Oh shit! I was gonna say he's got a great career behind him until you mentioned that last one.
Yeah.
But nah, only joking. He's still such a good career, man.
Right. Yeah. No. But yeah, he's done quite a bit, man. Like, just check out his filmography, man. You get a chance. And what else is crazy on this one, man? Camilla Fulci is the assistant director.
So that's his daughter, right?
That's Fulci's daughter. She's also the interpreter for all the cast and crew, Like, so.
It could be one of those cases where he just got her on the payroll, probably, where she was just translating for people.
I mean, damn, dude. Like, Fulci has a legit role in this one. That's one good thing about this one and Cat in the Brain. You get to see, if you're a Fulci fan, if you're a true Fulci fan, you get to see a lot of Fulci. Like, it's I don't know, there's something to it. It's a little charm, especially since he's gone and everything. But
this is another one though without like a great cast, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So you got Brett Halsey plays Professor Paul Evans. People know him from, like you mentioned earlier, Devil's Honey, The Black Cat. That's Luigi Cozzi's version.
He did a film with Mario Bava though, sex comedy, 4 Times That Night.
Okay, he was in that as well.
He was in The Dukes of Hazzard. He was on like.
He's a recognizable face.
He was on Dukes of Hazzard quite a bit. He was in quite a bit of westerns and adventure films, spy films. I mean, he's done a lot of shit, but
I think The Devil's Honey is his best performance.
He's also in The Godfather Part 3. Sorry, my bad.
No, go on. You're okay.
I was just saying he's in The Godfather Part 3 and Touch of Death, man. I'm telling you, I gotta check it out. I gotta see what's up.
Oh, it is really bad. It's bottom level fucking Fulci. I mean bottom. I think when I seen it, I give it like a 2 out of 10, maybe. But yeah, so you've got Meg Register. She plays Lisa Harris. She was in Boxing Helena. Funny enough, she was in Michael Jackson's Black or White video as a dancer, like music video. Meg Register.
Meg Register. That's a weird name too, ain't it?
It is, yeah.
She reminds me of what's her name from the Videodrome?
Debbie
Blondie.
Yeah, Debbie Harry.
Yeah. She reminds me of her.
I can see that. Yeah. You've got Lino Salim. He plays Chewie, and everyone will know him. He's like the Sly Stallone fucking lookalike. He was in Delirium. He was in the 2 Demons films.
Yeah.
He was in Sweet Ace of Horrors for Fulci as well. So yeah, people just know him instantly. He's just that he kind of looks like Rocky at the time.
I can go ahead and read off what this film's about if you want.
Go for it, man. Yeah.
Or set it up anyway.
Yeah.
Not all the way, but anyway, here it goes. So, 5 nuns are crucified by local townsfolk in the 15th century for practicing the black arts and being possessed by evil spirits. 500 years later, at a seance, Liza has a vision of that event. Liza and Professor Evans travel to this unholy crypt in ancient Greek ruins near Santa Rosalia, Sicily. Ignoring the locals' warning, Liza pursues her curious impulses. Soon after, people are being murdered by demonic nun spirits, and Inspector Carty Carter is on the case, which is
Right.
fucking Lucio Fulci.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you've got to mention, like you just mentioned there, that scene early on with the seance.
Yeah.
So they kind of like jump to Toronto, and it's supposed to be Canada, but there's no way this was filmed in Canada. I'm guessing. Am I right, Dirk? Do you know what?
I mean, you can't tell because they're inside. So I mean, they probably fucking filmed it in Sicily or.
I'm pretty sure that it's filmed in Sicily, but it's like a really shitty version of the one in City of the Living Dead, and it's like, oh man, it's really bad.
It's exactly like that shit too, man.
Oh yeah, this almost seemed, the
even after she wakes up, it's like two, like
it is, yeah, because you get the visions of what she's seen in the past as well. That's gone on in the past,
right?
But you've got it actually at one point it kind of so you've got the porter Al Clive. I still got to mention. He plays the porter, and kind of all these supernatural deaths start appearing, or keep happening over time, all linked to do with these 5 nuns. But I did enjoy that, the opening scene where it's kind of like the Beyond.
Yeah, I didn't.
Where the guy gets crucified in the Beyond. It's got to be a nod to that.
Oh, it's definitely a nod to Schweck, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, the same shit happens to Schweck. Like he gets nailed to the fucking in a crucified position. So these 5 nuns have been like having these crazy ass orgies and shit. Like you find out later.
That fucking flashback to where they're having the orgies with these guys and oh man,
sweaty and shit. One thing I gotta say about Fulci, man, he knows how to film the sweaty scenes.
Yeah. He knows how to film babies being sort of.
Yeah, that was crazy too.
Oh, it's so funny, that baby scene, because it does look like a fucking doll.
Yeah, it's a doll. Yeah, straight up.
And this nun who's pregnant, she gets her baby kind of just tossed into the fire.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just so bad.
Here, I'm gonna play a clip right quick, man. But
yeah.
Here we go.
Let me go.
No!
Man, yeah. If that hasn't sold you, I don't know what will, man. Yeah, you kind of just get all these visions of these fucking ghost nuns turning up, and they're offing people one by one.
Right. And that one was naked, but I had to edit it because YouTube gets their panties up their ass about that kind of shit.
But Kenneth says in the chat as well, the lead actress, she is awful, man. In this, she's terrible. One of the worst kind of performances I've seen.
You got Gore Guts in there. He says, "Hell yeah, brothers! What's happening,
What's up, man? Yep."
Alpha says, "It's been so long since I've seen Manhattan Baby. Been at least 20 years, probably. I didn't love it from what I remember."
I don't think you're going to change your opinion.
I don't know. 20 years though, man. Like it's not as good as that time era, but it's definitely better than a lot of shit that came after,
Yeah. I did like it more because I'd seen it like 10, 15 years ago. Yeah. I did like it more, but I don't think you'll ever say that you really love that film. Right. I don't think anyone really loves it.
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they loved it,
No.
Ultraviolet Hippie says, I can't help but compare the seance scene to the one in Gates of Hell.
It is. Go on.
Demonia's seance scene is pretty weak. That's just oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The lead actress is bad. Yeah, she's pretty bad. She's nice to look at though. So she's got that going for her. Infra Mig says he liked the Emperor and Vader. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Fucking Al Cliver. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he doesn't spend much time in this film, but
yeah. Texas says speared by a spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, I got the check caught up.
Right, so I gotta mention, right? So the archaeology team, right, consists of all these Irish people, and it's so fucking offensive to Irish people the way they're singing like Molly Malone, and
that's what hurts the film.
Oh man,
because you can tell like it's being padded anyway, right? You can tell that there's. This is the thing about Demonia. Like there's certain scenes they do too much fucking talking, and it's fucking boring in those scenes, and the scene at the campfire, like you're saying. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry I cut you off.
It's like no, I'm pretty much like a lot of my roots is from Ireland.
Yeah,
like the gypsies in Ireland, and I was fucking offended, and I would call myself Welsh. It is like just their accents, the way. I think the one's called Sean as well. Just to like these stereotypical Irish people. I would imagine, man, that probably pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's good. You know, if you look
and it goes nowhere.
You can see the funny side of it, but
that's the thing though. Like the camera, like usually in any film that you watch, when the cameraman is focusing in on something, right?
Yeah.
You're expecting something to happen.
Right.
Well, this motherfucker is panning in on this fucking tent, on a window, on a tent.
Yeah.
And then it just cuts to the next scene. You're like, what the fuck was that about? Like, what the fuck was that, man? Like,
there's a lot of padding. There is.
It's like something's missing or something, you know? Like, I don't know.
There's something missing in the film, I think for sure.
Right.
But Liza, she keeps getting these visions, doesn't she, throughout the film of these nuns being crucified.
Which that don't make any sense either.
It doesn't.
Right? Like she's
the whole
destined.
Fucking,
like she's destined to. Is she? What the fuck happened? When they're possessed by demons, they get fucking crucified and burned alive, and then she goes down there where her and Professor Evans, they go down there and they release the fucking spirits, I guess, and then fucking all of a sudden she's part of them. I don't know. It's fucking strange.
It's really weird what happens to her.
Because it would make more sense if the baby survived, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Like instead of the nun putting the baby in the fire.
Yeah.
That don't make. I mean, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
I've got to mention the one actress though. Yeah. Who plays the pregnant nun?
Right.
So she was in Demons. Pulling up her name now. That's what I got it written down. Oh yeah, Paolo Cozo. She was in A Cat in the Brain, which you're going to mention in a bit, and you probably know her as one of the main leads in Demons, where she's in the couple at first when they go to the movie theater. The two girls, she's one of them.
Are you
Absolutely
talking about
stunning actress, man?
Talking about Carla Cosola?
Yeah.
The cat woman?
Oh no, no. I know the one you're talking about is that she's a strange woman that turns up in it.
Yeah, she's just her name in this is La Medium.
Yeah, Lila the Medium, the one you're on about. She was in The Torturer. That's Lamberto Bava. She was in Kill Baby Kill. The Sect, House of Clocks. No,
Death Rides a Horse, 1967.
Yeah.
She was in The Howl by Tinto Brass. It's a
okay. I'm not seeing that one.
I think it's a sex comedy, 1970. But she's a great actress. I think.
Yeah. She's one of the standouts, I'd say. She plays this really creepy medium, and she got a very memorable kind of death scene as well, man.
She does, man. Yeah.
He's fucking.
You want me to show that right quick?
Yeah. That's why I said it. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Make sure I hit the right one. Now, here we go. No, hold on. Before I start the shit, sorry, y'all.
No, that's okay.
You're gonna get 2 death scenes in this clip, so it's a.
So Butcher, this is the Rocky lookalike Butcher guy.
Yeah, the Rocky Butcher. What's his name in here?
He is called Turi.
Yeah, Turi the Butcher. That's right. All right, so he's getting killed, and then the medium's getting killed too. So here we go. Yeah, and
That's
see,
insane.
yeah, it's funny though. You see them fake ass puppet cats, but like the thing
Oh,
is,
man. Yeah.
the bitch, she's bragging the whole time that she knows everything and she sees everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So then it's like, okay, well, you're not gonna see shit no more, right? So
I've never seen a cat boxed before, but it kind of gives her a jab at one point. Like, it's
yeah,
so
it's like,
funny.
I mean,
Yeah,
they do that a little bit.
It's I will say the film is definitely one of the main points to watch this film is that scene is superb. And then again, like the meat the guy in the freezer is so funny where he keeps getting attacked by pieces of meat and
That's
shit.
definitely a nod to Rocky, right? I mean, because
yeah.
so it's
Oh,
the
man.
meat, it's the meat that he deals with every day. He's the butcher.
Yeah.
And it's attacking his ass. It's beating the shit out of him. And then and then
you keep
also
expecting the fucking Rocky soundtrack to come on at any minute,
right,
like when you're watching it.
Yeah, the meat's beating the shit out of him. But like there's a line earlier where he's talking shit to Fulci. Well, Professor what's his name? Inspector Carter.
Yeah.
He's talking shit to him. He says, and Inspector Carter, which Fulci or whatever, he says, you ought to hold your tongue. You know, that's foreshadowing, kinda. You know,
how long is his tongue in that scene as well?
That's a real animal tongue, by the way. That's getting stabbed
crazy
with a spike. So I'm not sure what kind of animal. I just know that it's a real animal tongue.
It gets stabbed into some chopping board of some kind. It's crazy.
It's like a stump,
Um,
like some kind of cutting stump or some shit is what I was reading. But
yeah. No, I think about right. But you've got the whole that kind of all the townspeople are kind of warning them about this monastery, and they all the way through the film. And bad shit, like you say, the flashbacks that we see with the nuns, bad shit has gone on in that monastery. I don't know. I kind of at a push, I would say this is okay. It's not a complete disaster.
I mean, there's going to be some hang time. You're going to be like, fuck, quit talking so much. Like in some of the scenes.
Yeah.
But the kill scenes are not that bad. I mean, they're pretty. The cat scene's fun to me. I like that.
It's bad. I think it's a better cat scene than Inferno, actually, where Dario Nicolodi's fighting off all those cats.
Even the special effects look kind of jerky, but
oh man, it's awful.
But
it's got a charm, hasn't it?
It does got that charm. It's got that
Fulci charm, yeah.
But so this didn't get distribution, and it wasn't available until in the US anyway. I don't know about the UK, but it wasn't available until 2001 here. So
no, this one sat on the shelf for a long time.
Right.
I think
it's
everywhere.
Like, it's thrown together though. It's thrown together production. They ran out of money. It's just
they tried to sell the film in the MIFID film market, which is like the big one in Italy at the time. It's kind of like Italy's equivalent of Cannes Festival, but no one bought it, so it just sat on the shelf.
I got another Fulci quote for this one.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So he said, "This is a wonderful movie, ruined from very bad photography, and that's that."
Why didn't? Well, obviously for budget reasons. You would have thought he would have had Sergio Salvati come back and
he probably couldn't afford him, man.
Exactly, yeah, for budget reasons. But
like that's what I'm saying. He lost Fabrizio. Is his name? That's Fabrizio De Angelis. He lost him as producer. Yeah. So you lose that producer, man. Like you're gonna lose a lot of shit. And but like in the background, I don't know if you paid attention, like when the nuns and everything, the underground temple where they're at.
Okay, yeah.
You can see like names like from like H.P. Lovecraft type shit, like Cthulhu, and I'm gonna probably butcher this name, Nyarla Thotep.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
so on the walls of the possessed nuns at the very beginning of the film, like, but you see it later when they go back down there again. You can see there's even some names. I was hearing Stephen Thrower talk about. There's some names that Aleister Crowley used that are on the walls and shit.
Right. Yeah.
And,
because of the whole witchcraft aspect with the nuns.
Yeah, because it never says. Because I was listening to the writer, the guy that wrote it. Which I didn't even mention his name. Well, yeah, I did. He was saying that. Yeah, man, I just had my mind just fucking went blank, dude.
That's all right. I've got a quote as well, right? So there's an actor in this film called Grady T. Clarkson, and he was doing an interview with Alan Jones, a famous UK Eyeball magazine. It was all about, all these Italian films. So his quote was this. He said, "The whole film was a shambles. I'd heard all the stories about Fulci, and now I know they are true. There was a vague semblance of a movie being made, but the main problem was the producer support. On set, Fulci's disorganized. He screams abusively a lot. Actually, he screams at everyone all the time. It's not necessarily an angry scream. Often it's tinged with humor, but it's very tiring after a short while." I think that was kind of an interesting quote. That's exactly how people talk about him as well.
Yeah, I would probably have got along with him, or we would have had to fight or something.
Yeah, there would have been no in between. But apparently, when he was screaming, more and more he was screaming. Like no one could understand him either because he gets so loud with it.
Right.
No, with Fulci, you've got to gain his respect early on. I think when you meet him.
You'd have to not let none of that shit go down.
No, you're not going to take no shit. Basically,
it's kind of like the bully on the playground scenario, right?
Yeah. It's exactly like that. Yeah.
So all this was so this is shot in the province of Agrigento. Am I saying that right? Sicily?
Yeah.
Or in Siaka. I don't know. Somebody in Italy, man, if y'all are watching this, y'all cuss me out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not from there, so I'm from the States. But anyway, the crypt in the film was in Bellota, my bad. And all those fucking skeletons and shit were real. Did you know that shit?
No, but they do look real. You can. Yeah.
They were real skulls and skeletons, and the clothing was real, even from the way back and shit. And
all that, yeah. Go on.
They couldn't be in the crypt long when they were filming, and the local townspeople were getting pissed off. Some people were getting mad, and some people weren't. Some people were supportive of, but other people that lived there was they didn't want them doing that shit. They frowned on it.
Pretty much like the storyline of the film, then, really. All the locals. Yeah.
And the amphitheater, was Araclia Manoa. And that's where it had the abandoned convent there. So those are on shot. Those aren't sets. Those are all real locations. So I got to give them props.
So we've got just up the road from me now in Killeen, right? A little town on the outskirts of where I live. Yeah. We got a Roman amphitheater as well, and it looks exactly the same as that.
I love that shit, man.
Yeah.
That scene I showed, that clip that I showed where she's like, "Let me go." I love the way that looks though. When she's standing there and the wind's blowing and shit, that shit looks killer.
There's some good stuff. Again, we're going to say about all three of these. There's some good stuff in there,
Right. Let's see. It definitely, man, like I said, shooting on these old ass locations like this, it definitely adds to that gothic vibe, man. I know this ain't a great film. I know it had that shitty they put that shitty mesh. It was like a gauze bandage over the fucking lens and some of the
Is
scenes.
it like Vaseline or something? It seems.
No, it's a gauze. like an actual gauze they put over the lens, and in some of the scenes in this film, like you can see it's not set at the right depth or whatever, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of got a weird look to it.
It looks like a screen, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about in some of the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fulci wasn't pissed. He was pissed about the lighting, the way it was shot. He fucking hated it. But yeah,
I know. Like Stephen Thrower mentioned. So on the plus side, he mentioned there's many grisly moments in this film, but the special effects kind of recall Herschel Gordon Lewis rather than Gennaro De Rossi, because they are, as you've seen in those clips, they are really bad and hokey, all the effects. And that's basically, like we said, just down to like budget reasons. But he said the death scenes feel rushed and scrappy instead of thrilling. So I kind of got that vibe as well. Oh, you've got a clip coming up though, haven't you? That you want to play with the father of the boy?
Yeah, I might have a couple clips, y'all.
Yeah.
So, oh no, I just got one more. Okay, here we go, man. And this one's kind of, I wanted to add to it, but I was like, damn, I'm kind of, that last clip I did was like a minute long. So, but anyway, here we go. I'm gonna shut up now.
She's taking me away! Help me!
Bobby!
Papa! Papa! Papa!
Oh!
Papa! Help me, Papa!
Robbie! Don't move, Robbie! Don't move, Robbie!
Papa!
No! No!
There's what I was talking about with the shitty effects.
Yeah.
And that scene makes no sense at all, because one minute he's chasing the boy through the woods, or trying to get to the boy through the woods. Next minute he's kind of in this trap. There's no. I think Stephen Thrower said,
it looks like something's missing again. Right?
Yeah. Maybe there was a scene missing from the screenplay, or they didn't film, or maybe they did,
or maybe they cut it out for whatever reason. Because it's like right at an hour 30,
something like that. Yeah,
or hour 26 or something like that. But
yeah, because Stephen Thrower mentioned that could have been one of Fulci's best.
The appliance, the prosthetic on the guy's stomach don't match his skin tone. You can tell that they could have painted that shit, but they probably they didn't have the money. Like you just said,
if they'd had Gennaro De Rossi, that could have been one of his big set pieces of his career, but it completely falls apart.
I still like. I don't know.
It's hokey, I suppose, in a entertaining kind of way.
And then, I was gonna add the part though where the boy goes back to his mother. Right?
Yeah.
And she's screaming because the kid has blood all over him, which didn't make a fucking lick of sense either.
Doesn't make no sense at all.
Because we just saw the scene. Blood didn't splatter all over him,
It's crazy, man. It is. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You kind of got to laugh at some of this shit, man.
It is. I mean,
life's too damn short, right?
I think that's what Thrower says in his book. This is one to just have fun with and just laugh all the way through it and pick it apart, because they knew they weren't making fucking anything really good with these, with all three of these, I think, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I think we're probably going to be the same. Oh no, actually, I think you might like this a little bit more than me in terms of ratings. I don't know if you've got any more stuff you want to mention, though.
That's about all I got on Demonia, man. I mean, there ain't a whole lot more you can go with. I mean, the plot's what it is, it's discombobulated. It's, I mean, it has some fun shit in it. There's some dragon scenes, I will say that.
It's a mess, isn't it? The best way I describe it is just one big fucking mess. Really.
But for me, I gotta give it a 5. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Oh, I thought you were going to go a bit higher than that. So you're the same as me then.
No, Manhattan Baby's 5.5.
Okay.
Demonia's gonna be a 5.
So. I'm pushed, I would say a 5, but I can see there's people in the chat now saying lower, and I can see that as well.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. I don't know. Some of that shit cracks me up. I think that lead chick, I don't know. She reminds me of Blondie, so she gets a pass.
I mean, she's good to look at. I'll give you that. You know, Fulci knows how to pick out, beautiful women. I will say that.
Right. Hold on. Let's see. I was just making sure I didn't miss nothing. We got Steve Mayers in here. He says, "What's up, Texas? Greetings, Dirk, Darren, Flick Friends, Subjective Perspective Collective. Appreciate you, man."
Yeah, what's up, man? Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, appreciate everybody, man. If y'all think about it, hit the like button, leave a comment, tell us to fuck off, all that good shit. Static Punk, not half bad. I appreciate it, man. What's going on? Half-ass? Yeah. For sure. For real. Literally. Yeah. I like the opening scene, the flashback scene, and the scene where a dad gets ripped in half randomly, but that's about it. I would probably give Demonia a 3 out of 10. Okay.
I can't argue there.
I can't argue either. But I mean, for me, it'll be a 5. I see Justin Marino says 3 out of 10. That's probably
It's probably more accurate than what most people think. Yeah.
You see, Brett Halsey said that Demonia feels like an unfinished film. It definitely does. It definitely does. Unfortunately,
there's a lot of stuff that don't make sense as well.
It's me, Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That's all we got on Demonia. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Never mind. I was having an episode like I do.
Anyway. This next one's fucking an interesting one to talk about.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I don't have a physical copy of this one. So
I only got the DVD.
Yeah. Cat in the Brain or Nightmare Concert, right?
Yeah, that's how I originally saw this. Or I saw part of it.
Right.
As Nightmare Concert on UK TV.
And we're I mean, there's not this is not that good. I'm gonna be honest. But
it's terrible.
But I will say, so Fabio Frizzi, this is his first time doing a score for Fulci since Manhattan Baby.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since 1982, he finally comes back. This is 1990 as well, so this is 12 years later.
But this has got all different films from it as well.
8 years later, my bad. My math's all fucked up. Then.
Yeah, he's got scores for all different films in this too.
Oh, he does, man. And I didn't realize, I was thinking, man, because I'd always heard that they took, because this is my first time seeing Cat in the Brain. And I always heard that it's just the best of, not best of, but clips from other Fulci films.
Right.
And I was thinking clips from other Fulci films, some of the better Fulci films, not fucking
Well,
what I mean?
These are all clips from his presents. He didn't direct half of these films.
Yeah.
So there's
Lucio
a couple
Fulci presents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a synopsis for this one, man.
It's pretty easy to say though, this one.
Yeah, man. You want to go ahead and explain it, Darren?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm just going to mention some of the cast. You got Brett Halsey plays the monster. You've got a really fucking hammy kind of caricature performance by Robert Egon. He plays the second monster. But yeah, in terms of plot, so Lucio Fulci plays himself. And he's on the set of his latest horror film, which I think is A Touch of Death at the time. I think he's doing 2 films at the same time. The Red Monks as well.
What's the other film?
Is it The Red Monks?
The Ghost of Sodom.
Oh, The Ghost of Sodom. Yeah. So he's basically reality is coming. All his film scenes are coming into his life in some kind of reality. And there's a scene early on with because of all the gore sequences he's filmed, he goes into this restaurant early on and the guy goes to give him some kind of like a steak of some kind, and
Tries
then
to
it
give
just
him steak.
reminds him.
He tries to give him like steak ground up, right?
Which reminds him of all the gore from the films.
Yeah, he's just thinking about all his gore, so he can't decipher reality from his fucking crazy shit in his movies.
Right. Yeah. And there's a scene early on as well where, which comes into play with the title, where you see a cat eats the brains of a victim. It's like really hokey. They show that early on, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's like zooms in on his bald head.
Yeah.
And then it goes into his brain, like the gray matter in his brain, and you see the cat just shifting around in there, fucking his mind up.
You know what you're getting yourself into straight away. But funny enough, interesting, Fulci reckons Wes Craven ripped him off and Wes Craven's new nightmare with this film.
Yeah.
But I did read, like Stephen Thrower mentioned, there was a lot more films that did this before Fulci. So
yeah, but nah, dude, like it's pretty unlikely that Wes Craven saw this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty unlikely. Like
I just think it's fucking Fulci for you, innit? You know.
I'm just saying, like, first off, this film didn't get no distribution. It didn't get no theatrical release. You know, straight to video. I don't think it didn't hit the US until 99.
Right, so you know about the backstory to this one then, yeah? So the two producers, they had like this deal with Fulci to do another film, which Fulci kind of didn't want to do.
It was a couple films he had to do.
Yeah, it's a series of films. But Fulci just said he's not doing them. And because they had kind of Fulci under contract, to keep him sweet, he kind of did this one.
Yeah, this is a peace offering to make this film.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of like what he did, though. So, to me, when I watch Cat in the Brain, and if you're a Fulci fan, I think you can really like this movie. If you're like a big, huge Fulci fan, I think you really would like this film. If you look at it this way. Now, first off, he hates fucking like psychiatrists, right? Fulci in real life couldn't stand psychiatrists. He thinks they're quacks. He thinks he talks about Sigmund Freud as a cocaine addict that fucking scammed people out of their money, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he's giving a big middle finger to that, and he's giving a big middle finger to all the film critics that talk shit about his films as well, and making the peace offering. So in that regard, he's a fucking genius.
I've heard some people like Lorne from Visited by Voices Network. He really likes this film a lot.
I do too. It's hard for me to rate it. Like, it's not going to get this great high rating, but for what he's doing, what he's saying, I kind of see what he was doing. It's like the big middle fingers to a couple of different groups, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a history with this film. I've tried watching it 3 or 4 times, and I've got like 10 minutes in and never been able to just get over that 10-minute mark. So I had to literally just force myself to watch it this time for the stream. And it was it was kind of better than I thought it was going to be. But it was, you just know what you're getting yourself in for. That first 10 minutes tells you everything.
It's funny, though, because Fulci's he's playing a version of himself that is not himself. That's not the real Fulci, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because the Fulci in this movie is like he's reserved. He's nice to all his neighbors and shit, and you know, he even like helps the handicapped woman next door. Like he helps her down the thing and all the time and shit. Like, and you get to see his boat. We didn't mention his boat is also in Demonia.
Perversion.
Yeah. So
after his perversion story.
He loved to sail, right? He was a He did love to sail.
And the ending comes up with this one.
Let me catch the chat right quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jackson Jack says, "Did either of you get that Trick or Treat 4K that Slippy did?"
I didn't know.
I did. I grabbed about 3 of them.
Dirk's got the 2 rare covers as well, I think.
Let's see. Static Punk says Christian laughing my ass off. Bronson Wright Wolf, how are you guys doing this Sunday evening? What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah,
talking some Fulci, talking some trash Fulci, I guess you'd say.
Some lowbrow is the best way.
We got Makani Kong in here. Hey, I don't hate it that much, just so. Yeah.
Probably the same. Yeah,
it's just how you look at it too, though. Like I was saying, like, you know, I really think that he was giving the middle finger to the film critics, big time. You know,
it's I can see that. It's different. I'll give it that. It's like nothing that's come before, or like I was going to say after, but no.
Ultraviolence says Cat in the Brain is a deep movie in Fulci's filmography. It's very meta before that became a thing to do in horror, and it touches on the struggles that horror directors go through. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
And
accurate way.
Yeah, that's a good explanation, and I like because you get to see Fulci throughout the whole film, so you get to see him do some funny shit though, right? Like he does some silly shit, dude.
There's
like,
some bizarre.
Like he's hiding his eyes from seeing shit like that's fucked up, you know. And, man, it's funny, man. But it is a comedy horror, by the way. So, Makani Kong says I actually really like Fulci's performances. They're always quite humorous. Yeah, he's got a great sense of humor, man. And I think that's what pissed a lot of people off because he probably insulted them, you know. But that's just his type of his characteristic, I guess.
I think he's kind of underrated a little bit as an actor because he proved he can do a lead performance. It's not amazing or anything, but he's proved he can do it to a certain level. Some of the shit that goes on with the psychiatrist guy as well, like he's just played so over the top. And there's a scene.
That dude's great though, right?
Yeah. I think we can give that much away, can we? So Fulci goes.
Well, I mean, it does it anyway, right?
Early on.
And that's David L. Thompson. I looked up I dug deep on him, and I didn't recognize a damn film that he's in. They're like a lot of low budget.
Yeah.
Did you write any of them down?
I got him down as like Robert Egon.
David L. Thompson?
No, I got him down as like Egon Schwartz. So I think I'm getting
Egon Schwartz is the character.
Yeah. So he done Shocking Dark. He done Perfect Alibi, Voices from Beyond, which is another Fulci film that come a bit like 91.
Okay.
Bloody Psycho, The Murder Secret, Touch of Death, pretty much all the like scenes of the gore in this he's in. The performance is
it's hard to find shit on him, man. If you try to look him up, you ain't gonna hardly find shit.
So but there's a twist in there. So he's a psychiatrist, and he's pretty much he puts Fulci under kind of hypnosis.
Yeah.
And where this psychiatrist is going out and doing the killing, and it turns into a slasher at one point. But Fulci just keeps coming on the scene of the crimes and thinking it's him. He thinks he's going through some kind of middle-aged kind of crisis. There's like a radio comes on the TV or radio at one point saying the killer's like a middle-aged man who just got like a normal life. And he's like, shit, that's me, you know? Yeah. And that's kind of funny. You can't take that serious.
Yeah, there's some great shit as far as that goes. Like,
there's some good death scenes as well. You've got the death scene with the couple in the car, and the guy is about fucking 70, and he's getting really into the role with that young girl, like having sex with her in the car, and he's getting really, really into it. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's a big old fat, disgusting motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
He's just like licking the chick all over, like, I don't know, man.
Literally, literally.
You're like, holy shit.
You've got the whole Nazi scene at the beginning as well, near the beginning with the orgy, and that's kind of off the wall as well. And they're all taken from these different films, like we mentioned earlier. There's some crazy stuff. You've got the scene with the pool ball as well, where I don't know how you can say it like, but this pool ball is literally played into this woman's vagina at one point.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what that's. Do you know if there's any meaning behind that at all, or if it's just fucking random?
Well, you heard what he said. I mean, he's shooting the pocket.
Yeah. Well,
I was like, holy shit.
it's definitely a different fucking game of pool to what I play, but
they do it different over in Italy, I guess.
It is fucking crazy.
Hold on, let me catch the chat right quick. Let's see. Wild Wrangler says, Dirk and Darren, keep going. Good. Appreciate it, man.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
That makes all the difference, man. Let's see. Bronson Wright Wolf says, I'm curious, are you guys a part of Dead Pit Radio as well? Or are Wes and Uncle Bill letting you guys do a live stream tonight? Well, we're on the Dead Pit with the EuroCrypt. So I guess, in a sense, we're part of Dead Pit, yeah. Plus, we're massive fans of Dead Pit. So
yeah, Wes has given us a chance to come on and get like more viewers, obviously, to what we would normally get. Right. I'd love to be mentioned as even like a little minor part of Dead Pit would be great, But we literally got a show on every 2 weeks now on the Dead Pit.
Yeah, every 2 weeks we do the EuroCrypt on Dead Pit. The EuroCrypt down in the Dead Pit.
Right. And you will see CK and Uncle Bill on here like a bit more at times as well, because we've got to get them back on. You know.
For sure.
And other guests involved with Dead Pit as well.
That's something else we didn't mention. This is the first episode. This is episode 7. This is the first episode that we've done without a guest. So
kind of me and you solo. So we didn't really reach out to anyone, if being honest with this one, because I'm not sure
we weren't going to subject anybody to these nasty these trash fucking Fulci films. Well,
I'm going to be held responsible, really. For
only certain sick individuals would appreciate these, But Jackson Jack says they hacked Dead Pit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Charlie 88, what's going on, man? Hey guys, I really enjoyed Demonia the last time I watched it. Need to revisit Manhattan Baby.
Give
speaking of sick, sadistic minds, Charlie 88. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Static Punk, them some weird movies.
They fucking are weird, man. Yeah.
They are, man. Yeah. I'm weird too, though, sometimes. That's all right.
They're entertaining at the end of the day. Yeah. That's what it is. None of this is gonna be fucking.
It's definitely not for everybody.
Right? No.
Let's see. Yeah. All right, man. We're cool. We're caught up.
Right. So, there's a few more interesting scenes as well. You've got the kill of the woman in the boathouse. I think her name's Cindy. And there's 2 men with her, and she ends up getting hung at one point up in this boathouse. You've got the scene where Fulci hallucinates running over this tramp, and I think it was from the movie Touch of Death.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of weird shit.
Like back and forth, running it over.
Yeah. There's lots of weird shit. You've even got where he tries to ring the police, Gabrielle, the policeman, at one time, and then he goes over to his house, and Fulci ends up seeing all his family get murdered. But then when he bumps into Gabrielle outside the house, he said, none of my family are there. They're all on vacation. And it's kind of weird, man. But
I do got a couple quotes from Fulci, man, on this one.
Yeah.
He said, the films I wanted to make, like Don't Torture a Duckling, luckily I got the chance to make 2 or 3 that I can say represent the kind of intelligence that purely represents me. 25 years ago, when I made my more personal movies, critics didn't want to understand this intelligence. They called my art shit. Now critics want to call my shit art.
Right. That's a great quote, actually. Yeah. Very true. Fucking true.
Because Beatrice Cenci is a fucking masterpiece.
Don't Torture's a masterpiece.
Don't Torture a Duckling's a fucking masterpiece.
Fucking absolutely superb film.
But like he said, man, and I don't think he's being cocky there, because he said 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He said 2 or 3, and Fulci has a massive filmography. If people
I
don't
was
know.
gonna say, like, Perversion Story is pretty much a masterpiece, or like a minor masterpiece at times as well.
It's pretty damn good, yeah.
Yeah. Early like Giallo films.
I mean, I would say New York Ripper, but
everyone's got to say that's a masterpiece.
The Beyond, definitely, man.
The Beyond, for me, House by the Cemetery is a masterpiece. I will say that. You can go on. City of the Living Dead, certainly. Zombie 2 is fucking superb, man.
For the Apocalypse, man.
Yeah. I didn't like that as much as you, but I got a feeling I'm going to go back and like that more.
Oh, dude. I love that fucking movie.
And then it kind of falls apart, like with Manhattan Baby, because as much as I like Murder Rock, I can't fucking argue that's a good film. I'd never.
So, did you mention that this psychiatrist he hypnotized Fulci,
right?
So he can do the killings.
Yeah.
Because his wife he's basically a cuckold, right? His wife, is just like, she does whatever the fuck she wants, treats him like shit. So he's like taking all his shit out on other people, and then so he's also, when he's hypnotized Fulci, every time he does this whistle.
Yeah.
Then Fulci envisions him doing all this bad shit that he's seeing him do.
And he does it where, like, Fulci's not far from the scene of the crime as well.
Yeah.
So he does it really fucking clever.
He's basically just stalking Fulci, right? Is what I mean.
Yeah.
He's stalking Fulci, and then he commits the crime wherever Fulci's at.
And he's like this complete pussy with his wife, where she's fucking around behind his back. She's talking to all these men on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. You've got a scene with a little boy as well. I guess his head chainsawed off. That's like the police officer's son.
Did you mention Paula Koza? Nurse Lily?
No, but yeah, she was in Demonia, as well.
She was also in Demons.
She was in Demons. She was one of the main 2 girls that go into the cinema.
Right.
She is fucking amazingly hot.
Yeah. And
that's a scene. Go on.
I just wanted to say, like, at the end of the film, the Italian version, they make you believe when you watch the end that Fulci's crazy.
Right.
And he was fucking furious about that shit. He was pissed.
I've not seen that. Have you seen that version?
No, but basically all you gotta do is turn the shit off.
Yeah.
Like, the scene at the end?
Yeah.
Just turn it off right there. That's the Italian version.
I think this version obviously works better with the ending.
Yeah, Fulci was mad as hell about that, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's something poetic as well about Fulci getting the hot-looking girl.
Yeah.
And he sails off into the sunset on the Perversion. Yeah.
Sailboat, right?
There's something poetic about that, which I like. But you can see why they tacked on that extra ending, though. I think it was done with, didn't they, like, kind of, you hear a few screams or something, and you realize that he is actually the killer all along?
Yeah.
Because there's a clever scene in this version where he's actually decapitating that woman, isn't he? In the boat. But then they pan to show that it's actually just a scene from a fucking film, which has been done, a few times, but it's it works in this one,
Let's see. Let me catch the chat right quick. Let's see. Bronson says, do you guys know if there are any other deleted scenes from Trick or Treat other than the deleted scene where Eddie dreams about being a barbarian? I'm not sure. I haven't cracked the release. I do have the release right here. This is one of the ones I got. That's the one I got, but I haven't cracked it open yet. It's still sealed. So, but yeah.
I've not heard of any other deleted scenes apart from the one mentioned, but it's possible, I suppose.
I haven't cracked it open yet, man. I will. I just have so many damn films and so little time. You know?
Oh shit! I've got like 30 new releases. Like,
yeah, you don't even want to know how many I got over.
Yeah, it's insane.
So like, I don't even want to say, because I was good about keeping like under 50. Like when I bought shit and watched it, like I was good about doing it, but not now.
I stopped buying for like a month or two, and then I just fucking hit it big time again.
Yeah, some of that shit though, you know, the FOMO kicks in, and you're like, you know, but whatever.
Have you got, like, off topic, but have you got your Vinegar Syndrome in yet?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, so you've got Forgotten Jolly 7.
Yeah.
Oh, we can think about doing that at some point.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe try and get it in before the end of the year.
Got it right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even opened mine yet because I've been waiting for you to get it.
I haven't opened it. I mean, but
we can aim for before the end of the year for that one as well. I think.
Yeah,
we'll be able to squeeze it in.
We've done the other 6, right? So
yeah.
Might as well.
And we're doing on the Fulci thing. We're doing the Houses of Doom with Dan as well.
Right.
Dan Shine from
sure.
Flesh Wound Features and Visited by Voices network. So expect that to come. I don't know when we'll have to work it out, but we're gonna need at least 2 weeks in advance for that one to watch everything.
Let's see. Stream Element says thanks for subscribing. Asperity 666. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Really enjoyed the show tonight, gentlemen. James Van Duzen. I appreciate it, man.
That's a new name, yeah. Cheers, man.
I've seen that name before. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay. But comments like that just make it worthwhile.
It really does, man. I appreciate y'all.
It means a lot. Knowing people out there that dig in.
Y'all liking what you see, man? Subscribe. Subjective Perspective Collective. Subscribe to Dead Pit, of course, if you haven't already. I'll be saying that till the end.
Did you realize Fulci's quote for this film, though? So he was being interviewed by Howard Berger back in 1996, so just roughly before he died. Right. And he said, "This is a razor head made by an old man." That was the way, that was crazy.
Oh, man. He was talking about Wes Craven.
Okay, yeah, he was talking about him as well in the whole.
Because basically what he's saying is Eraserhead was made with no money.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But then so I didn't write it all down what he was talking about Wes Craven, but he was saying that Eraserhead was made with no money, and then he said Wes Craven's New Nightmare, that he stole the idea from this film, Cat in the Brain, and that it had a huge budget and it made a lot of money, you know, and he's kind of like insulting Craven. You know, Fulci didn't give a shit.
No, he said, he was kind of bitter as well, Fulci, if we being honest, with quite a few topics and that.
But I seriously doubt like that Wes Craven saw Cat in the Brain. I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but like I said, there are 4 or 5 films to come before it. There's
a meta director angle.
Yeah. There was films in the 50s doing it.
With the director, though, specifically? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Because Stephen Thrower does mention, I should have written down the names of the films, but he does mention it in the book. I don't know to how close it was, you know. Right. But it was definitely done as an idea at least 4 or 5 times.
Let's see. Wild Wrangler says, which of the 3 films is best in your opinion? Oh, Manhattan Baby out of these 3.
Easily, I'd say.
Yeah, Manhattan Baby.
Yeah.
Out of these 3, for sure.
This at a push, I would give a 5 out of 10. But it would be like the generous 5, I think. What would you give this one? Rate this one?
Ultraviolet says, spoiler alert, I really like the fake out in. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's done really well.
What would I give Cat in the Brain?
Yeah.
It's not going to be as low as you would think, man. Like, so I got to give it a 4.5 out of 10.
Oh, I liked it a little bit more then.
Really?
Yeah, 5. I would give it a 5.
Now, as far as like the idea, the concept, like what he's doing, giving the middle finger to the film critics, shitting all over the psychiatrist, I think that's funny because that's his personality. I give it an 8 out of 10 for that.
It's interesting because,
but the film itself, the way it's edited, the way it's shot,
it's shoddily done.
It's shot on 16 millimeter and blown the fuck up. So
the editing is laughable.
But you see how it looks, right? It's 16 millimeter blown up.
Yeah.
And it looks shitty, right? So I don't think. Could you imagine this coming out on fucking 4K?
I mean, no, but what you gotta put into context is it's not, in some ways, like there's 30 minutes or 20 minutes of footage from other films anyway.
From other films,
it's just shoddily fucking edited. There's no other way to describe the editing.
Yeah.
And it's just a rushed project. You can see it's just made.
But I love seeing Fulci doing some wackadoo shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, in that regard.
So I got one clip that I haven't shown from the film. And it's the only clip I could find.
Yeah.
I don't have a physical copy of this. I will, but I don't yet. So here we go.
You may send Mr. Fulci in now.
What are you to tell me, Doctor?
Mr. Fulci, I've seen all your films, read all the scripts, the screenplays, the notes. I understand now why you're in this state of confusion. Everything and anything having to do with horror is there.
But I make horror films.
And it cut off right there.
He's not that bad of an actor, man.
No, and that's the dub, but still. He ain't. Even his facial expressions in any film I've seen him in, like, he usually plays a doctor. He usually plays somebody of intelligence, right?
Yeah. Because didn't he train to be a doctor at one point?
He was a doctor.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, he is a doctor. Fulci was a doctor.
Yeah, he was a doctor. He was didn't he specialize in art as well? He was like an art, like he would go around.
Oh, he's big. He was really into like fucking literature and art. Yeah. Big time. He's very cultured man. To be
That's what I'm saying. He's misunderstood.
To be who he was. It's kind of crazy. Like his personality is like fuck you, right? But he knows all this shit. You know.
That's my theory, is that he's such an intelligent man, and people just couldn't live up to his they weren't on the same level as him, and that's why I think he was angry a lot.
Yeah.
I know his health issues.
Well, also with what happened to his wife and everything.
His wife, there was lots of different things.
That's a big one. Static Punk says, "Good show. I'm a out." All right, man.
Have a good one, man. Yeah.
Charlie says, "Do you guys like Enigma? In my opinion, one of the better later day Fulci movies." Yeah, I like pretty much every Fulci.
Right. So Enigma's the one where it's the girls at the boarding school, and you've got the snail scene. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen it once, and I was kind of like, I would put it in with these three films. I'm not sure how I'm going to react when I see it again, but I remember it being okay, but it just doesn't live up to Phenomena, which came out, a year or two before, and it's kind of got that vibe.
Definitely not.
No, that's what kind of brings it down for me.
Well, Wrangler says, D&D, good show. Appreciate you, man. Cinema
Cheers,
Skin. Man. These two aged dramatically within the span of days.
John, about the films, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Let's see. In my opinion, Cat in the Brain is one of Fulci's most divisive films. It's cheap and unorthodox. I like it, but I have to really be in the mood for it. I give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, damn.
See, I want to be like you.
Depends. Man. It just depends on like how you're looking at it too, though. Like if you're watching it and you're not really into Fulci, and you don't really know the backstory on Fulci and all that shit, it's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit the same. It's really not
right.
But
it is. I know a lot of people, like you say, you've got a 7, 8 to 10 there, and I think Lorne would probably give it a good mark out of 10 as well. So it is completely divisive. I agree.
Steve Mayer says, "Hey Chris, good to see you. Have Chris says, yeah, man. Even and all / light. Appreciate you, man.
What's up, Chris, man? Hope you're having a good one."
You see, Ultraviolet says, "I'm out. I've got work early in the morning. Great stream. Appreciate you, man."
Cheers,
we're probably gonna shut it down ourselves here in a second.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much else on this one. I do have this close to me, right quick. Unless I'm boring. I don't want to bore nobody to death, but I was gonna read something out of here. because it was interesting. I thought.
Go for it. Go for
If
it.
I could find it quick. Try not to hold everybody up. Let's see.
I will say, while Dirk's looking for that, like Fulci, I was reading up as well. It does remind us in this film of his past glories. So he reutilizing the music from the Beyond, and he makes a lot of like visual allusions to the Beyond as well, which I thought, like Stephen Thrower wrote, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I found it. He says, so Wes Craven could copy me. Wait, hold on. So Wes Craven could copy me. New Nightmare, obviously. A Cat in the Brain. Only my film was made in 16 millimeter for $100,000. It's a racer head made by an old man. I haven't earned a single penny from that one either. The owner of the company just went bankrupt. Craven made a lot of money on New Nightmare. I think he's seen Cat too many times. When I meet him, I'll tell him so.
Is he fucking with us though? Because he must know that this film is not in the fucking same league as New Nightmare.
Nah.
In terms of everything, quality, production. I know he's mentioning that.
One more thing he said on psychiatrists and shit. He says, I've hated psychologists for years. What they don't know is that their entire discipline is based on one man's need for money, for cocaine. His name was Sigmund Freud, and he needed money. Therefore, he invented copying it from the Catholics, who were always first, the confession. Instead of conducting it collectively, he did it individually. He was successful, and now these charlatans won't stop jabbering.
He was down on the Catholics' mind when he Fulci big sign.
He's saying the same thing about psychologists because they make you confess what's going on, right? So except they're making money off the shit. So
I'm not sure I agree with his points there, but yeah.
I don't know. I kind of do, but you know.
yeah.
Right. But yeah, man, I guess we'll get out of here. Unless anybody want to bring something up real quick, got a couple minutes. We'll kill it right at 2
I was gonna say, has anyone got any kind of topics they want us to cover in these shows? I know we've had a few ideas. I know definitely I'm thinking we got to do Michelle Suave at some point. I know Kenneth mentioned that. But anyone, just throw out some titles or directors or whatever if you want us to cover.
Synthetics in here. He says, hey, SPC, these are Fulci movies I still need to watch.
Go in low expectations.
Yeah, don't. Like, I hope we didn't hype them up too much. So,
I don't think we hyped any of them up, to be honest. Right. But
some of the scenes are pretty killer though. Like some of the some of that shit. Justin Marino says, great stream. Appreciate you, man.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Like I can give you like a little, I'll go back and play a little example of some shit, what you might get, you know.
Tommy, honest, I didn't mean to frighten you like that.
You're somewhat annoyed.
Fucking Bob. I always think of Bob when I see that.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit, man.
That Carlo DeMeo character as well is really weird because we didn't mention, but in the film, he actually fucking disappears, doesn't he? And like all sand appears. Like,
he's like, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, man. Watch that scene. It fucking makes no sense.
It says, Synth says, thanks, guys. I was away all day. Need to watch a replay. Appreciate you, man.
Cheers, man. Yeah, definitely.
Texas says, goddamn Bob. Yeah,
it's
man.
It's Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This has been a good one, man. I had fun on this one. And I appreciate everybody in the chat checking this out for the first time. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not beating nobody over the head. Subscribe if you want to. Like if you want to Dead Pit and Subjective Perspective Collective. And we're gonna get the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah. All you guys have a good one, and we will catch you next week. Yep.
Have a good, safe week, and don't be, talking to blind ladies and shit.
Have a good one, guys.
Take it easy.
You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt.